guys? Welcome back to the Barbell Brigade Talk Show. I'm your host, Bart.
What are you doing,
We
dude?
got Scratchy Mike. And
I'm adjusting my hair for all the beautiful people out there.
Today we got a pretty serious topic. You guys ready?
No, it's not, dude. Don't do that.
I swear to God, this is serious.
You don't like serious?
No, I think he's lying.
I'm not.
I don't mind serious.
You ready? Yeah. Are people too honest about their drug use?
Oh, you do want to get morally.
And think about the immediate effects, right?
Yeah.
And then also maybe 2 layers of effects.
Drugs use like fentanyl and like cocaine or
Steroids.
steroids.
Yeah.
I think, I do think there's a fine line of marketing transparency, attainability, and promotion.
Can I tell you what I see?
Yeah.
So I grew up in like that Ronnie Coleman, Branch, Warren,
Everybody's
Jay Cutler.
natural face.
Jay Cutler
Eat your
era, right?
vitamins.
Yeah.
And in those days, you just see people jacked, and then steroids was kind of like shh, right? Which is, it was cool to finally hear some people come out and talk about it, because you're like, oh, okay, wait a second, you can't attain this physique without it. So it almost feels like the truth came out, and then now you can make your own choices.
When did
right?
that happen though?
Maybe like.
Because there was a time
maybe
where
like
we kind of
2000
knew.
Yeah, maybe like late 2000s.
I was gonna say way late, because some of that's earlier, and there was like a big media push for demonizing it. And I don't know that, but there's the baseball era, the home run era, and then Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
And those two things were kind of close to each other, and they made steroids seem like the absolute devil, worse than fentanyl and cocaine. Like they made it so fucking bad.
But, so that was that era, right? Where it's like, whoa, there's this huge discrepancy between someone that, like, I trained my ass off for 5 years, I look nothing like this.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, here's this truth that comes out. I see how they got there. But then now I almost feel like there's this newer generation where there's young cats on it, right? And then they're like, you like me? This is the life.
Yeah.
And I take this. And
Yeah.
it goes from truth to almost glorifying a little bit. And then now you have even younger cats watching it. Like, how do you guys, is there something that's too truthful, too honest? How do you guys feel
I do
about
think
that?
it's weird, and I agree. There is like a weird glorification of it right now, where guys are like, there's a difference between kind of being, here's my journey and this is what I do, and like, yeah, like 30 days on trend, dude, feeling rad.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
think
dude,
there
that's
needs
just
to be
a weird vibe. It's a weird vibe with anything. I don't care if it's legal or not. It's just like a weird energy, some of it's on the internet.
I like that people know that, okay, these people like a Ronnie Coleman or stuff, it's not obtainable naturally. Because when I first started lifting, it was like, we all just thought it was like the protein that they were selling, we should get that.
Yeah, the muscle tech was a joke forever, but we didn't know.
Yeah, and then I think when we kind of first started YouTube, everyone by that time knew that, okay, like, people take steroids, but if you do, you're kind of like shunned, right? Unless you're like
It was slightly frowned upon.
supreme bodybuilder, like obviously they have to take it.
At the highest level, you need it.
And then now within the most recent years, people are way more honest about it. And I think now, especially with the TikTok kids and everything, because I remember seeing this video where it's like, hey, it's important to talk about your steroid use so people know and they don't set these like crazy standards.
Yeah.
And then now you get these little kids that are 16, 17 with driving Lambos, being like, oh, I take this, I take that, you should try this, I don't really like this. And then you get the other kids that are even younger than them being like, I want to achieve that. And they now know the exact formula to take.
Yeah, it's almost like that's the marketed lifestyle. You know, I hit weights, trend life, like clothing, supplements, whatever. Kind of proud to be a douche a little bit, and that's how I get my Lambo.
Yeah, it is a little bit new age fuckboy. I don't know what the term is nowadays, but fuckboy's kind of overused. I don't know, dude. There is a balance, and I've seen some people give advice and say like, all right, they're a tool. And if you're gonna try to be top 5 in powerlifting or top 5 in bodybuilding, they're probably something you need to get into.
Yeah.
But then even that advice, like, how do you even know if you have a chance to be top 5?
Yeah.
That would make thousands. Everyone wants to be Chris Bumstead. Who doesn't want to look like that? Like, he looks fucking amazing. But if you're 20 and you've only trained for a year, you have no clue what your body can do or not. So then that's still sending a message like, oh, you can be top 5, Bart, like come take it. Because that's not a good message either.
But on the flip side, like you only been training for a year, right? But you might see your other buddy who's been training for a year.
100%.
And you're like, 18-inch arms for a year?
Yeah.
Dude, I see dudes 20 years old on the internet. I'm like, that physique is insane.
And I think
They
that's the
look 30
biggest
years
problem.
old.
It's because the other kids are only looking up to those kids.
Yeah.
They don't really care about like the major bodybuilders except for Steve-O.
Yeah, here's Daddy's Mike advice. And this is what I talk to myself about.
Who calls you daddy though?
Me.
Okay, yeah.
No one.
That's what I thought.
No, me only. I've been around steroids for a very long time in certain groups and otherwise. and I've never used anything, as we talked about in episodes previous. I've always gone as intrinsic as I can and said, will XYZ physique, XYZ deadlift number, XYZ placement on the podium at a powerlifting meet, XYZ views on YouTube, which can turn into income and highly affect my life in a positive way. Will those make me a happier human being? And the answer's always been no. I've deadlift 705. If I take things and work myself to a 725, 750, 805 deadlift, will I truly be happier? The truth is probably not, and that's hard to determine, right? That's taken me 10 years, and I still go over that. Will it? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. And the truth is, I just don't think it will. If you get the Lamborghini, the hot girlfriend, and the six-pack abs, will you actually be a happier, better life?
But I feel like you telling them that they don't give a shit.
No, they have to look inside themselves. I can't tell them anything.
I think you have
to look inside yourself.
It takes going through that.
Right,
and I think that going through that is just something that like kind of like we both are on the same, or all of us are on the same page. Like we don't want people to do, especially at that young age, or making the choices for yourself. But I think giving them the formula, because I think it's cool to be like, yeah, I take. So it mystifies like, oh no, I'm on, right? Like I've been open about when I took, but like I didn't really like look at it, so nobody really questioned it. But like other people, that it's nice knowing that okay, that person that you look up to is on. So you kind of set realistic standards. But then now you have the other ones that are younger that are being like, you should take this, take that, kind of amplifying and promoting it, where I'm like, it sucks because like there's these guys I follow on YouTube, like they got big off of TikTok and stuff, drives Lambo, is very open about it. But I think kids follow him and being like, oh, and I've seen a lot of kids be like, oh, I'm taking this now because of this person. And I'm like, you're not going to get to his level doing what he did because he actually has a personality. He's funny, he's smart.
That's the most important.
Yeah,
and a little bit of luck with the algorithm, right? There's always so many factors to any level of success.
Yeah. And I don't think, I think him personally, he likes taking steroids, he likes doing whatever, and but he's very open about it, which is cool. I just think being too open is leading people down a wrong path. I think if you were just like, yeah, I take, it would be way better. Because again, it's he himself is a cool person, and that's why he's successful.
Well, and he's only done it for how many years? If he's young, well, you don't know the over scope of it. In 10 years,
he even talks about how he's over it. It's like, I don't want to take it for that much longer.
In 10 years, is he going to look back and be like, dude, it was still so rad? It's even like drinking, right? Like drinking's totally legal. And in the moment, we're having a couple beers, we're having a great time. But if we do that every day for 10 years, we're going to look bad, we're going to feel bad in the hangovers. And then you're looking back, you're like, that beer wasn't that fun.
14-years-olds are taking tren.
No, tons.
That's so crazy.
People don't really know what, like, okay, when they hear steroids, they think test, oh, it's the same thing as tren. It's not. It's literally like...
so what is the difference between tren and test? Is tren way more hardcore?
Tren is way more. I don't know how many times stronger. People like to say it's like 500 times stronger.
It's just more anabolic.
It's
a little harsher effects, but harsher benefits and harsher effects.
Because you can't run it. I've seen almost these days, which is crazy. It's like, don't even start with the other shit. Just go straight to tren. Yeah. So when they position it like that, I'm like, oh, fuck, tren's crazy.
Because people that kind of know, when they hear that, they're like, nobody's saying that, but that's what's legit happening.
Yeah.
Because there's like, I've seen like even videos where like more dates, more plates is reviewing 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds that are doing trend cycles, and I'm like,
bro, you can't even rent a car in America until you're 25.
Yeah.
So let's not dabble in steroids until. The other advice I would give is like train your absolute tits off for like 3 to 5 years. Yeah. And then make a call. And then make a call.
You know who I like? I liked Pete Rubish's videos back in the day, because he doesn't just show like the glorious side.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I get fucking night sweats sometimes.
I haven't slept in 3 days or eaten in 4 days.
Yeah, I'm fucking depressed sometimes, or sometimes I have fucking like suicidal thoughts, but then my fucking squat like skyrocketed. But he goes and he walks you day to day through it, rather than this is what I've done, and then all of a sudden here's like my Lambo.
Yeah, he's very he's very
everyone just likes Lambo. There's not one person I'm talking about. Everybody gets a Lambo.
No, for sure. Yeah,
There's so many
it's a stereotype.
Yeah. It's been a stereotype for the beginning of fitness.
Long time, yeah.
Through fitness, you get Lambos.
Yeah, let us know how you guys feel about this whole like new promoted lifestyle. Is that what got you guys into fitness? Do you guys get into fitness as like health and wellness, or it's just like a whole new, I almost see like a new sport, like a
it's like a celebrity.
Sport. Yeah, it's like a celebrity fitness
I heard an
guy.
interview on, it was like a regional teacher or something in Northern California, and he interviewed high school students, and like 50% said they want to be an influencer as a job, that they're not going to college.
That's that new. And then to be a fitness influencer, you might need tren.
What does that even mean?
We're doing it right now, dude.
Let us know how you view fitness, because for me personally, I obviously have my strength goals, I have my own aesthetic goals, but ultimately I do believe I want to be a well-rounded athlete and I want to be healthy. but there are people that are viewing it as a completely different lifestyle. I want to know what you guys think so that we can better understand. Let us know in the comments below and see you guys next time. Peace.